Disclaimer. This is a topic that goes way deep in the depth I'm diving into in this video. This video is not a breakdown of Detroit gang politics. In this video, my plan is to take an overall look at Baby Smoove's life and legacy, commenting on what I feel could have led him into getting involved into street politics, and explaining how I feel Baby Smoove is one of the main artists responsible for the 2019-2020 boom of the Detroit music wave, and one of the pioneers of the sound that many artists have tried to run off with over the years. Thanks! I hope you enjoy. Jalen Deonta Parker, better known by his stage name, Baby Smoove, is a Detroit rap artist made famous for his laid-back, leaned-out voice, great Michigan-style beats, and his decently introspective lyrics and one-liners. I'm of the personal belief that if Baby Smoove didn't blow up when he did, the Michigan music wave might not have even been as large of a wave as it had became. This is the story of Detroit's Drowsy prodigy, the one and only Baby Smoove. Originally born on December 3rd, 1996 in Wayne County, Michigan, Baby Smoove would be raised on the historically poorer side of Detroit's east side, with him going on to mention in later interviews that he always aspired to move to the suburbs even as a kid to get out of the poverty. Seeing that this is one of his goals early on points to the fact that Jalen's financial situation growing up was not the most stable, and seeing that he's now gang related, it seems that he also grew up around the criminal element as well. As a child, Baby Smoove would be an introverted, quiet kid, but don't let that fool you into thinking he was a good kid. Though he'd mentioned he'd have all A's, he'd also mentioned he'd skip class often, and he'd often get into shit with people from his area. This would eventually lead to Baby Smoove joining the NSC, Dark Side Rollin' 40s Crips, that Baby Smoove would rep for the rest of his life. According to a later interview, at the age of 7, Baby Smoove would go on to tell his mother, "I'm not gonna work a regular job," and went on to explain why would he try to make his way as a regular worker when that's not ideal, as his mother hates what she's doing actively, and she's doing that. He'd rather find his own way. Originally thinking he'd find his way through acting in movies, this mentality shines through even to this day, as he is still independent and releases all of his music through his own label and sources, meaning he makes all the revenue by himself. It wouldn't be until he was around the age of 15 when he began to experiment with making music. As he grew up, he always liked listening to rap, but he never personally got into it, into the studio at least, until he was around 15. But the second he touched the mic, he fell in love and never looked back. Jalen would first get his rap name starting in the 9th grade, when his friend would randomly go, "You ain't Smoove," referring to how he was walking at the time. And from that day, motherfuckers started to call Jalen Smooth. The baby in Baby Smoove's name coming from the fact that Jalen was the baby of his family, age-wise, so it just kinda stuck. The first song that Baby Smoove would ever release that's still up on his channel would be the September 3rd, 2012 track, Supersonic, featuring Rel. This song is old. Smoove began putting out music way earlier than most other artists in his scene. This song being a very fast-paced, but very good 80s style dance track rap song. As strange as that sounds, it sounds pretty good. I mean, not as good as his current stuff, but it's serviceable. The next song after this, September 15th's Closer to My Dreams, would be the first track to show off Baby Smoove's proclivity towards introspection in his lyrics. This song being a kinda downbeat, reminiscing song that is actually really good compared to his first track. Dude was improving extremely fast. However, he'd yet to find the sound that would eventually blow him up. It's also worth noting that around the time of these original uploads, Baby Smoove was releasing music under a totally different name. That name being Band Crew Smoove. Band Crew being a little collective he was in during high school and a little bit after. It wouldn't be until 3 years after this first track that Baby Smoove would decide to change his name from Band Crew Smoove to the Baby Smoove we know today. The first song using this name would be the December 9th, 2015 track, Place Your Order. I have to say, Baby Smoove through the years was consistent as fuck, slowly growing his fan base with no music videos and just him uploading songs straight to YouTube. His work ethic is unmatched, especially considering he was fully and has been fully independent his whole career. It would take 5 whole years of Baby Smoove dropping singles for him to even begin doing music videos in the first place. The first video being September 27th, 2017's track, Feelin' Me. This song, in my opinion, would be the song where Smoove became Baby Smoove. The Detroit-ass high-energy beat with Smoove's disinterested, laid-back, leaned-out delivery makes every line dude spits sound cool as fuck in this song. The song is currently sitting at a solid 900,000 views. It wouldn't be until 2019, when Baby Smoove dropped a music video for Losing My Mind, that he'd skyrocket to the top of the charts. This music video alone getting 6.5 million views. Remember, this is all without label support. His next song after Losing My Mind, Bape, reached a crazy 12 million views in a crazy short amount of time, solidifying Smoove's spot at the top of Detroit's music. Now would be a great time to mention, motherfuckers love to pocket watch Baby Smoove, especially on Reddit. And on said Reddit, there was a post claiming that Smoove broke through the mainstream off his scam money. I saw this post and I fully disagree with it to the point that I had to bring it up in this video. Baby Smoove is the smartest moving hip-hop artist I've ever seen. He's the only fully independent artist with multiple songs over 20 million streams, who makes hella music all consistently good in quality, who don't rely on hot feats or clout collabs. All he has done is build up a strong, loyal fan base and make dope music. If anything, suggesting that he paid his way to the top is kind of pushing all of his genuine work that he's pushed under the rug. It's low-key disrespectful. Now, if you're a fan of this channel, you know full well that if I fuck with an artist, I might glaze them a little bit, and this video might run the risk of coming off as me dick riding. Even so, I can't understate how impressive it is how long Baby Smoove has been pulling numbers, and how loyal he's grown his fan base. As someone who used to make music, I just respect the fuck out of dude, I can't even hide it. From this point on, Baby Smoove would be on a roll, dropping music videos like Mr. Perfect, Blicky, and 60, all ranging in view counts from 1.4 million all the way up to 4.4 million. Baby Smoove would basically be made off his streams alone, just off YouTube. Everything would go up in a huge way when his June 18th, 2019 track, Akron, dropped. This would be the song that put me personally on to Baby Smoove, and seeing that it's sitting at a giant 20 million views on YouTube, I'd assume it's many others' first Baby Smoove song as well. This would mark the beginning of the golden age of Detroit rap, in my humble opinion. The face of this era for me being Baby Smoove. During this time, every time Smoove would drop, motherfuckers would be on that like hyenas to a wounded animal. Songs like On The Flow getting 8.9 million views, though his views after this would begin averaging around at around 1 million views a music video, which is still spectacular for an independent artist. As you might can tell from the lack of mention, Baby Smoove didn't do too many features on his come-up, instead relying on consistent music drops and mixtape/album releases to build up his audience. In doing so, he's created a rock-solid, die-hard fan base that will buy up whatever he puts out. And in my opinion, he deserves it fully, as he himself built this shit from the ground up with his consistency and hard work. On July 18th, 2020, 1 year after releasing Losing My Mind, Baby Smoove would go on to drop Losing My Mind Part 2, which would end up beating the first song in views by about 2 million. Part 2 getting a whopping 8.3 million views. This song would lead right into what I believe to be a classic Detroit album in my opinion. I'm Still Perfect. This album I bumped religiously my senior year of high school, so maybe I'm a little biased, but this whole album goes crazy, I don't give a fuck. From this album on, Baby Smoove's career would kinda stabilize, his views ranging from 900,000 views to around 8 million, give or take. Songs like Freestyle being around 5.2 million, and Hustler's Music being around 4.9. Baby Smoove is relatively consistent in both views and quality of music. Skipping ahead to 2022, we arrive at my personal favorite Baby Smoove track, Tim and Ginobili. This track perfectly encapsulates Baby Smoove's appeal as an artist, in my humble opinion. A smooth, fast-paced but laid-back beat with his smooth, disinterested one-liners over it will never not hit. You might think I'm glazing, but bump that song and tell me you don't like it. It's literally impossible. This vid is currently sitting at 4.8 million views and deserves way more. 2023 will be the last year Baby Smoove would break 1 million in a music video. The last song being his song Sydney. This isn't saying that he will never break a million again, just to say he slowed down on uploading music videos, so his current songs range from 200,000 views to around 900,000. So close, but yet so far. Baby Smoove might have had the best run out of any independent artist I've ever seen, let alone covered. This motherfucker had about 5 or 6 years of him doing over 1 million views of music video, and a die-hard fan base down to support everything he did. If you can show me another example of an artist who was able to pull that off, I'd be surprised. Here's hoping Baby Smoove's drug use don't get too bad as to where his aspirations are drowned out by his addictions. If any demographic of people will be susceptible to that, it would be a musical artist. And Baby Smoove does not shy away from his love from all things drank, especially when it comes to lean. Here's hoping he's not as bad off drugs as he claims he is in his music. Who knows though, here's hoping. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment who y'all trying to see next, and subscribe with the bell to be notified of all my future uploads. Of course, if I get anything wrong or miss anything, do be sure to let me know in the comments of this video and I'll be sure to add it in the description or put it in my next video. Next week will be a video on BAKJ, then of course, whoever else y'all want. I want to apologize about my voice. It's kind of been funky today, I don't know what the fuck's up with it. With all that out the way, peace out, chill out.
For the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part.
What happened? Did your balls drop off?